Hello everyone and welcome to FrostPunk On The Edge. This is the final DLC in the FrostPunk series and there's been several of those. I bought the DLC. I've really enjoyed the game. What we're going to do though is we're going to have a good go at it. I've had some mixed success at this on different things. There's a certain way things have to play out. So let's go ahead and play the intro. In case of those of you who haven't played FrostPunk before, it's a very sort of dystopic, apocalyptic game. Global warming has hit the world. The UK, in particular London, has frozen over and has got to all these different colonies. What's happened is that they found a small ex-army underground bunker. Now this ex-army underground bunker has loads of steel and steam cores which drive the automations in this steampunk post-apocalyptic era that FrostPunk sits in. So let's take a look, we'll have a go and see how things progress. Right, let's get on with it. Where's my mouse gone? No one knows where the mouse is. Oh, this is ridiculous. Why isn't it working? Start. There you go. So, we're going to get a brief FMV sequence.
They say the snow is dead, but we've learned to the contrary. Snow is ever-changing, unstable, restless. We survived the great storm. It took away a lot from us. Still, it gave us something in return. Tempestuous winds brought relics of the past to light, ones that can bring hope for the future. Our assignment was simple. Arrive at the site, build a reliable camp, and create a stable chain of supply. In return, we'd get food and necessities. A square deal. But deals have this peculiar quality. Just like the snow, they tend to change.
Ooh, it's a bit heavy, isn't it? So you got it. It's snowing everywhere. They're trying to rebuild. Can they rebuild? And it says, we are the outpost team. The great storm has uncovered an underground army warehouse from times before the evacuation. New London sent us here to build an outpost and gather any resources we find. We must rely on New London for food. And there are no animals to hunt, and they're basically on the side of a mountain, which is generally cold anyway. No whopping great big steam generator either in the middle. Okay, here we go. Let's get to work. So here we go. What do we do? So the first task is to clear the roads to the warehouse and start gathering steel. And of course, let's not forget to set up some tents. The night is going to be cold without a generator. So let's have a look around. We're going to pause the game. We're given a little bit of material to get cracking on with. We've got a small forest over here. Got coal. Another forest over there. Boxes, more coal. Boxes around, source of wood. Here is the steel wreckage they're talking about. And this is the army mine. So let's have a quick look around at that. There it is, look. That's where we're going to go in and get all the steel that New London wants. This is the outside map. We'll come to that in a minute. Let's just reset our position. And down here we've got a place where you can put a transport hub where we get supplies. Now it's all about pausing and using your time to the maximum. We can see here we've got 65 homeless people. We haven't set up any tents. We've got 30 wood. We're going to get over here and we're going to start building tents. So we've got all our people milling around looking particularly cold. Alright, and we're going to start people making some raw material out of the materials that are around. Got a bit of steel, got some leftover wooden shacks. This is a beacon that allows us to send scouts out. So, first order of business, we're going to clear this. Brilliant. We're going to start clearing the boxes. We're going to start clearing this stuff up here. And let's see how it goes. Let's get everyone to work as fast as we can on getting some raw material in that we need. You can put some engineers to work. Okay, let's get cracking and press speed. So we're playing now at normal gameplay, and you can see, if you zoom in, people are milling around and they're starting to build the tents where they're going to live. Okay, so things are progressing. People are starting to mill out, pick up boxes. We've got our tents built. We're starting to get some more material coming in. So we're going to utilize our time here and we're going to start building some more tents. I don't want it there. Let's zoom out a bit. We want to get as many tents built up as quickly as we possibly can. Now, controlling time in FrostPunk is done up here. We can expedite people's movements. Okay, here we go. So we're getting more and more wooden material. We're going to press pause now. We're going to make sure we got enough tents for everybody. So we need another couple. We've got one there. That's okay. We'll pop one in there. I'm going to leave that space for another building, and that will come apparent in a minute. These roads are how we connect power from the central area. So we should have, I think, ample now. tents built. One there, one there, one there. Great, brilliant. We should have 5 left over. Let's look at doing something else. Now, these are the other things we can build at the moment. Medical post, you know, somewhere to have food. Always handy that is. I think we'll have a cookhouse right by there, so it's all nice and handy. What else can we build just to get things moving along? Nothing much really, only more tents, so we'll let them carry on and do their work. It's just gone 4 in the afternoon. So far no one has fallen ill, which is good. Right, so here we go. Get in touch with New London, it says. Now we need to rebuild the transport depot so we can get supplies shipped in from New London. Okay, no problems. People are still ploughing away at clearing all this stuff. We've got them build another building, an administration block, really. Or do we build a transport depot? Haven't quite got enough for that. Let's let everybody have a night. Let's get some people in there before we start contacting New London. So we got some raw food. They're going to convert that raw food into meals for our hungry workers. Some people are starting to get sick. So we're going to have to build a medical post, which we're going to pop in right about there. So let's expedite some time. Right, so in the cookhouse, let's get some engineers in there, Max, and get some people now clearing some of the wreckage. Got to keep an eye on things because things are going to move really quickly. I'm going to put a gathering post there for resources, right there, and that's going to enable people to have some shelter while they pick up all these resources. So, wood is coming in, that's great. I think we need to get a few more items. We're going to build that. And we're going to build a workshop. A workshop is going to allow us to create technology from a steampunk era. Doesn't that sound fantastic? So what we're going to do, I'm going to put some engineers in that. Now what it says is, you know, waiting for orders for New London. Brilliant. We're going to stop people working at all that. We're going to put everybody working here, max. We're going to take everybody out of there. We're going to put them working in there because they're engineers, need engineering work to do. Can't really go making anything. We haven't quite got enough wood until the next day when people wake up and start doing things. We've got our medical bay. That's working quite well. And we're going to put some workers in there. Alright, let's max that out. Now, I'm going to go over here and make sure we've got no workers attached to any of the outbuildings to do any clearing. I want to make sure we've got everybody doing their bit, doing their thing. Now, the blockade, which was blockading the road to this army mine, has now been cleared. So what we need to start doing is building a road so we can get our workers to it. Right, so they've depleted their wood crates and therefore they are now free, which is great. Our wood is coming in nicely. Let's start having things like heaters and things like that. There's a couple of things on the technology tree we can look at. Let's look at exploration and industry. Nothing there, we've already got a beacon. Resources, faster gathering, we'll have some of that. And then over here, we want to look at deploying some scouts. We've got the people, we haven't got the wood yet, so we're going to have to zoom ahead quickly until we do. Now we have. Now we're going to start sending scouts out into the wilderness. Primarily south. And I'll come to that in a minute. Let's send them on south. It'll take them a little while to get over there. But I'm not too worried about this. So, let's continue to build a road. We've only got enough wood for a little bit. Our gathering post there is working really well. There's some more items here that we can gather. There you are. We've built a road right up to and including that army mine. And I'm going to pop a gathering post right there so people can get all those wood crates without being exposed to the elements. And that's what it's all about. It's all about being exposed to the elements. Wood is going to be the premium resource here. Our faster gathering will soon be done. Okay then, so it's night time. Still got some people who aren't very well. We haven't made contact with New London yet, and wood seems to be a bit of an issue. But we're going to get people working here and working there. And we got some scouts on the go who are going and doing some exploring. So far, so good. Okay, so far, so good. Yes. Let's see how things go. Let's speed up time. Daytime is broken. Our scouts have reached wherever they've reached. Let's explore. No country for live beings. Let's carry on going down. Let's go see if we can get some more people. Right, so we've got faster gathering researched. What other technology is going to benefit us straight off the bat? Well, typically, not a lot really, until we get to the next level, which I don't want to get to the next level just yet. I want to start getting through some of these, getting some coal, getting a sawmill, getting the heaters going with the braziers. So we'll start with braziers. That's nice and cheap, and it gets us on the heating ladder. People are in there doing their thing. That's great. Everything seems to be working okay. We need to build an administration block over here. That's 25 wood, 15 steel. So let's get cracking. We want to try and get ahead of things before we start contacting London. So we're zooming ahead. We've only got the steel to get here. And I think we now need a source of wood. So we're going to go to resources, we're going to go for our sawmill, and we're going to research that. So we are getting steel from here. Right, and we are working 8 o'clock till 6 o'clock. So why is it inoperative? Because it's waiting for orders from New London. So it's forcing us down that one particular route where not only do we have to be a bit self-sufficient, but we also have to start thinking, well, we need to be getting material and all sorts of other goodies. Now there's some wood and coal over here, so we're going to put a gathering post up there just for the time being. We can always move it. Just going to pop that there. They're going to build that. Once we've got our lovely sawmill built, we can start building and collecting wood over there as well and building up our stockpiles. So we're going to go ahead now. We are going to build an administration block, and we're going to pop that there. That's a big old building. That's going to enable us to contact New London and other places. So let's zoom ahead. Establish the operation. People are worried we've not made contact with home yet. Our food supplies are limited and we need shipments for New London. If you fail to establish the operation, you'll be removed from your post. Well, we are doing exactly what we said we would do. They're ready to go. They're ready to go. They're ready to go. And we're going to start collecting steel. Okay, so we've got some engineers we can pop in there just for the time being. New London on the call. Right, okay, good day everybody. Well done with the progress so far. We'll send you the first shipment soon. You've got to keep them in good favour. We don't really want to start getting too ballsy with them yet. It says, oh, we have to talk. This is where you can ask for things to be done. We have some problems, right? Okay. Do you want them to send us some stuff or what? You know, they'll run out of favour with them if you do. So I'm not too bothered just yet. Okay, so we've got to start everybody collecting. So there must have been misunderstanding. Our children were not supposed to join us, certainly not so soon. So they're sending us our children to keep us on schedule, really, because if we survive, we want our children to survive. So they're quite sneaky, which means we're going to have to build some accommodation in good stead for them already. So we've got some space. Not entirely sure how many kids are coming, but later on in the game, what you can do is you can put children to work, and that's quite frowned upon sometimes. Okay, let's continue. So we've got our little gathering posts here and here, and we've got one here. That's picking up the steel from that. We'll be able to get rid of that steel very soon and pick that one. In fact, let's remove that. Speed up time. Yeah, 5 o'clock in the morning. People are starting to get hungry, but we have got some food incoming from New London, which is great. So that's what we're doing. And we've got some people on the lookout as well. So here's all our people going to work. Let's max that out. We're collecting boxes and everything. People are starting to get hungry. That has got to get here really quickly. 40 food is coming in from New London. And when we're ready, we can start sending off a shipment. Now, they found some steam cores in here. Now, steam cores are that FrostPunk way of generating steam into making energy. We're more than likely going to have to start looking at that. And then we've also got a bit of a problem. Our children have arrived, but don't worry, we've got a medical outpost. 17 are sick. Well, thanks very much for that. I bet you they're all children. We kind of need to have some more people now, or some more medical posts before this starts getting out of hand. Oh, it's all starting to happen. We're getting a sense of earnestness with this game. So, New London has realised that they're onto something. We've got our sawmill researched. That's great. I think what we're going to do now is we're going to start getting people put to work and mining all this area here. So we're going to put a sawmill by there. We're going to connect it to the road, and you know, we're going to put a gathering post right there that we can get people working on as well. So far we've got some steel coming in, we've got some wood coming in. This is going to be New London saying, hey, I've heard you've got steam cores, but I don't want to answer them yet. Right, New London, we've heard you've got steam cores. Okay, we can use emergency shift to get things on the go. So we want to get 100 steel. We don't really want people working themselves into an early grave yet. Our scouts have come across somewhere where we've got steel and wood in the mountains, and what we're going to do is we're going to start doing some additional exploring, see if we can get some more people. Okay, so with that in mind, we are going to start researching other things. So like hand carts can speed up people working at the mine. Okay, that's great. We've got an awful lot of sick. I think we should open another medical post. Right there. And we're going to join the street up. Okay. Again, so far so good. We could build some braziers to start heating places. As you can see, as I move the brazier around, this can act to heat, you know, accommodation. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You see, we're collecting coal, and these are going to burn coal at an exponential rate now, and as it gets colder. We can also view a map of the temperature, so we can see where things are particularly cold. Yellow's okay, it's livable, but you know, we want people to be nice and healthy, preferably healthy. So you can see people are starting to come back in. Okay, moving on. Let's zoom out a bit. Need to get people working on the steel. We've got people collecting coal up there, and we've got them collecting wood. That's okay. There's steel here we can hope to get working on, so we can get that working. That's great. Let's turn that off for the time being. We haven't got any engineers free, unfortunately. We've got engineers working there. We've got 15 engineers. That's the problem. Where are they? So let's press pause and find our engineers. So we've got engineers working there, so we'll say none, and we'll put them on the medical. Right, this should hopefully try and get a lot of the people back to work safely with good medical cover. And we'll get some gathering going on. Okay, so let's continue. Speed up time. People are starting to get back to work. That's great. Wood's coming in. The wood crates there depleted. This post here, what we can do is we can turn it off, set workers to none, and get them working where we can get some additional steel. Okay, what's happened here? We've got less food. People are starting to get anxious because New London's not sending any food. Our scouts have found something. They found survivors, which is great. We're going to escort them to our outpost. That'll be quickly and safely, else some might die along the way. So we'll escort our survivors. We've got 9 engineers and 22 workers. That's certainly going to come in handy, but we are going to need additional accommodation. Let's click pause. Onto people. Let's go to our tents. Going to try and sort of bolster up the places where I've currently got a bit of heat. I'm going to link all that up with a bit of road, which is great. Accommodation will be ready for them when they get here in 15 hours time. We can put them to work in the sawmill. We can put them to work different areas. Hopefully by the end of the day we'll have over 100 steel. Okay, they're saying beyond our control, food supply will be reduced to further notice. We assure you that the shipments will return to the agreed as soon as possible. We hope the units not impede your progress. Blah blah blah. They're starting to get angsty that we've only sent them some steel and some stuff, so we haven't sent them anything yet. So let's say understood. What we need to do down here, okay, is get people gathering these steam cores. We've got over 100 steel ready. Let's get people gathering. There'll be a slight delay in this. People are gathering over here. People are gathering everywhere. That can be turned off, and we can start putting people to work here now on the sawmill, taking up the slack, as it were, with these particular items. We've got to start thinking about coal. Open a medical post. Okay, I've already opened one. So can I turn that off? I've already opened one. Can I turn that off? No, they want an additional medical post as well. This is the problem of trying to get ahead of myself with things. Is that people will generally want more. And we're very shortly, we're going to run out of ways of getting coal. So we need another gathering post about by there. There's coal and wood there, and we're going to connect that there. In fact, we might have to get rid of that because it is a commodity that I need, and we'll get some wood and steel back for that. So open a medical post. We can reduce some of the doctors here, add them up here, and then that meets that restriction here. We've got to send 100 steel and some steam cores. Scouts have returned, and we've got some steel and some wood, which is good, and we've got additional people. That's good stuff. Let's click on pause a minute just so we can absorb this. Right, we've got people up here. We'll have gathering. Let's get our medical posts up to speed with our engineers and get our scouts back on the road again. It's a collapsed building there. That could be a quick win. Let's get over here. Here's our food coming down. Not much food there. We need to start thinking about expanding our little operation. Okay, so hope is good. Discontent is rising slightly. It's cold at home, they're saying. How is it? Our braziers are on. They're not off. Perhaps we've run out of coal. And we have indeed run out of coal. So the next thing we're going to do, as soon as this is ready, is we're going to research a coal thumper. Right? Which is to help us get some coal. It's not an ideal way of getting coal, but it's a quick way of getting coal. It's very resource intensive. So people are going to be out and gathering. We're going to turn these braziers off. And we're going to have them on 8 till 6. For the time being. In fact, we don't need them on there at all, so we can turn them off. Just so we can get the maximum amount of coal that we need. And this is all starting to get like micromanagement, right? And of course, I can't quite see where the braziers are. There's one there. Let's turn that off. I'm sure there's some more running. But we're going to have to wait and see. Right. Okay. We're making some good stuff here. We got that. We've got a steam core. We're nearly ready to start shipping some stuff off to New London. What else can we build with the wood that we have? Come on, they're saying extended shifts. Okay, we haven't got to start doing them. They're giving us laws, they are, which we can't unlock yet. Right, so people are gathering wood here. It's coal to gather over there, coal to gather there. We've got no other people we can assign. We have got people we can assign. Let's press pause. Let's get people gathering as quickly as they possibly can. It's minus 30 out. I don't want to start, you know, with the workforce. If we build another tech workshop, put it there, I can put some more engineers in that, and that helps to speed up the science that we're doing. So let's zoom on a bit. Got nowhere near enough coal. First shipment is ready. Let's send it. Okay. We are sending. Read you loud and clear. How's the operation going? Well, you know, we could say we've got some problems. What do we need? We need coal. Really, we need raw food. But really, let's just not do that yet. Let's just say never mind. Right, okay, farewell. Okay, send shipments every day, just keep the steam cores coming. Right, brilliant. So we got people doing steam cores. There, people are saying, people are starting to get irritated with New London now. They're doing all the work. There's resentment. You know, we should use the steam cores to help us first since we found them, not like New London. So, you know, resentment is starting to build. So, what else can we have here? We've got not an awful lot. We could have heaters. Start. And then what we're going to do is we're going to have these things called wooden supports, right? Here, every 50 wood we use, what they do is they raise productivity for 12 hours. So you've got to be careful when you use them. And then we're going to go for drawing boards, which is great. Close. Right, so far, so good. Everyone's at full capacity. We're going to get some engineers in there now. That might speed things up. People are hungry. There's food coming, but not much food.
It's time to rest. You've earned it.
Right, let's get this maxed out with engineers. Right, our scouts are waiting. What have they found? They found wood, which is good. Right, we'll take that resources. Only 16 wood there. Let's start trolleying around now. So this was effectively part 1 of my stream. I'll be doing some more streams later. You've probably heard the doorbells ringing. I'll be back shortly.